Welcome to the channel where I look at the weird and wonderful of the internet, and today is a very special edition. It's a spooky spectacular. I'm in a graveyard. We're going to be meeting a real life paranormal investigator, a ghostbuster. She might be a witch, I don't know. I'm a bit scared, I'm not going to lie to you. She's going to be showing me stuff. If she pulls out any Ouija boards, I'm off. So don't forget to give a like and a follow. Roll tight cards, here we go.
Okay, Lindsay, so you showed me around the house. It's a great house, some great stuff. Now it's time to get to know you a little bit more. So I'm going to give you some quick questions, tell me answers. If you don't want to answer them, that's fine.
Okay.
We'll move on. So how long have you been doing the paranormal activity?
Right, I've always been interested in it from being, tiny. My dad I'll never forget one of the first videos. You remember when video recorders were on Betamax and all that kind of stuff? My dad brought in Texas Chainsaw Massacre and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, and I remember sat on his knee watching them, and I was fascinated, as gruesome as they were. But my dad, he's sort of, always brought me up. He's a massive believer. Also, we did our family tree back as well, and my ancestors actually come from Salem, obviously famous for the witch trials. Now, there is one of my ancestors, they were there around that time. None of them actually got, thankfully, hung or anything like that in the witch trials, but there is one of the graves of Hannah Bartholomew Hill. She's one of my ancestors, and I do want to go over to Salem and visit her. But I've been from as long as I remember. I've always had a fascination, little things like collecting pebbles and shiny things, and I know it sounds strange, but that is the witch side of me. Collecting things and skulls and all that kind of weird stuff.
So you see on the internet, like you hear like white witch, black witch. It's like good witch.
All witches are good.
Which category are you putting yourself into? More of a white witch? Are you more like Stevie Nicks? How you come across more of like Stevie Nicks, American Horror Story kind of?
No, I'm not like that. No, I'm not bad. Nothing like that. I've just, if you like an eclectic witch, I tend to do things on my own. I'm not part of a coven. I'm myself. I just do what I want to do. Not often, I do, but it's just a path I choose to follow. I mean, people say, witch, they think, evil with big nose and green skin. No, it's not like that. A lot of people, back in the day when witches were thought of evil, they were just herbalists. They were just, used to make potions for herbs and medicine, but people were frowned upon it because they thought it was evil. They don't understand, and I think even now, even though it is more widely accepted, people are still a little bit But
it's 2023 when you think about it.
Exactly.
And still, people have a fascination with what's unexplained.
Exactly.
You've also got a witch's tit on the table.
Yes. So
I'm hoping that YouTube and TikTok won't ban it, but I will record the witch's tit.
Yeah, you're welcome to pick it up. Pass me Scarlet. Pass me my dolly. There you go. If you want to show it, and I can tell you the story.
Is she the one that's foul mouth that we talked about at the beginning?
Yes, that's potty mouth, yeah. These little cat balls I've put out, they thought that sometimes spirit might come and touch them. I've seen them roll, I've seen things, and they will flash. The simple cat balls, simple things like that, a tool for if ghosts are here. But anyway, so yes, you can take things off top, you can open the box if you wish to, and I can tell you about that. Now, like I say, back in those days, that is actually said to be the tit of Jeanette Horn. Obviously, it's not the real thing. I'd never be allowed to have that. But what they did back in the day was, I think it was 1757, I think, when Jeanette Horn was the last British witch to be executed and hung. And what they did to persecute these poor ladies, they would sear them with a W on the breast, and then they would chop them off and keep them as souvenirs, sadly. And then they would burn the witch or hang the witch. It was just a terrible time, like we've just been saying. People don't understand. But yeah, that is just, even though I don't like it because of what they did, it's just a fascinating...
It's memorability, it's part of the history of what you're interested in.
Yeah.
Because I asked you earlier, what freaks you out then? Because I've said, like, Ouija boards, really get to me. I don't know why, something about it. But tell everybody what you said.
I'm not afraid of spiders, I'm not afraid of creepy crawlies, I'm not afraid of ghosts, I'm not afraid of dark places, I'm not afraid of cemeteries. At midnight I go walking around them. Oh God, my worst fear is frogs. Frogs, I can't deal with them. I run off screaming, tiny little ones. And you think, being witchy, I'd like a frog. No.
Because you've got your witch's broom.
My besom, yeah, they just call it a besom. There it is, yeah.
Is that what it's called, besom?
It's a besom, yeah. And that is my broom, and obviously, it's very special to me. You decorate them, but I don't go flying on it and things like that. But it's just something very special, and all that kind of thing. But yeah.
Right, so
yeah,
we've got some more trinkets that we touched on briefly at the beginning. So what's in the box?
Do you want to have an opener? You were talking about voodoo.
Yes, so
I don't do voodoo.
So I did a TikTok.
Black magic.
Like, obviously, me and Linzi followed each other for a while now on TikTok, and you've seen my content. It's daft and silly, and I said that she's into voodoo. So let's have a look.
Now those could be used for voodoo.
Well, yeah.
What do you think?
Little skulls.
Made of?
I'm hoping you're going to say teeth.
Bones. Human bones.
Close them up and put them back over there.
I've actually got a necklace, but it's at home with a real human tooth. I'd like to open this now. This is a very, very... I'm not scared of any item I've got, but that thing...
Even when she says this,
that thing baffles me. It's very mysterious, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why. Now that is...
I don't know if you can see that.
What you call a gin, not the drink. It's a DJINN. It's a gin. And it dates... Well, they go back to... that actually comes from the Bedouin tribe. And if you think about Aladdin and the genie, it's thought to be... a genie, if you like.
All right.
That comes from the Bedouin tribe, and the leaders of all these tribes and that used to wear things like this because it thought they give them magic powers, and it thought, like a genie in that. But this thing actually causes electrical disturbances, and for some reason it just baffles me as to think what is in there. I've worked with it, and it's just giving off some very, very weird things. But yeah, that's a gin again, of another very, very rare item. One of the more weirder things. Like I say, I'm not afraid of anything except for frogs, but this baffles me.
What about your favourite scary movie then? Because you've got some classic memorabilia upstairs.
Saw. I love Saw.
Saw, yeah. Saw's good because it's one of those original, low budget, and it does it right, yeah. I thought you were going to say probably The Exorcist or something like that.
No, I love them all. But the one thing I don't like, again, Freddy Krueger. I think it's because when I was younger I got freaked out by it, and I can't, even to this day, I can't.
I remember me walking in on my dad watching Nightmare on Elm Street, and it was a scene where Freddy's walking down the streets and he's got his claws up against the thing, and I were about 6 years old, and that probably freaked me out. But then I liked Freddy. I thought he was...
I can't deal with it. I can't.
It's weird, isn't it, that something like that I can be quite comfortable with, and that gets you. But I don't know what it is. It's like your overactive imagination.
It probably is. But I can watch horror movies on my own in dark.
You say you'll come here on your own.
Yeah.
At night time?
Yeah. I walk around the graveyard on my own at night. I'm not afraid by things because the thing is, I always say, you have to fear the living more than the dead. Like my nana used to say, fear the living. They're the ones that will hurt you, not the dead. I've just been saying to Leroy, the only time I've ever been hurt, I got a big massive scratch down here once.
Well, what caused by?
I've no idea. What, here? No, it wasn't here. A few years ago. It just come down the back of my neck, and I could feel something burning, and I'm like, what the hell? And it was just there. Obviously, I do get jumpy and things if things happen.
I scared you. This is when I come to the bank's house. Right? Did I knock on the door, or?
I think I just opened the door.
You were just about to open it, weren't you?
You opened the door.
And I was stood there.
And I went off.
And she jumped.
I did.
And I'm like, how can I make all this stuff?
I swore. What?
Chew, potty mouth and all this stuff, and I'm like...
Enough, yeah. I do, like I say, I'm only human. I do have feelings, but I don't get scared. Because as well, I feel that a lot of people say, if you go somewhere and you're scared, the spirits will, if there's negative energies there, they will feed off it and draw it more and make you feel worse, so... No,
So what made you, when did you go full-time doing Ghosts of Britain?
What that thump then? Did you hear it? We do sometimes here upstairs, and there's absolutely no one else in this building.
No, nobody did.
Sunday, yeah. Anyway, 7-8 years ago.
I wouldn't say about that.
Yeah.
So it's full-time, every day?
Every night, except for Sundays. Sundays I do a TikTok, just chat about everything and anything, but every single night, 9 p.m, I will be live on my Facebook page, Ghost Hunting. I'm lucky enough to be able to do it and to be like successful and to have a good fan base and following because it is hard, it is very hard as well. Even in the rain, the snow, I go out everywhere. And luckily enough, I've been all over the world doing Iceland.
It's New Orleans. That's
I haven't. That is
always
one.
passing,
Yeah,
like,
that's voodoo.
Yeah.
Marie Laveau, the voodoo queen. Absolutely. I'm hoping to go next year down there. Hoping to. I will go. And Alcatraz, that's the one place I want to do.
So we've had your most prized possessions, which obviously what did you refer to it as?
It's a witch board.
A witch board.
Yeah.
So the witch board and the
Eliza.
wax
doll. Effigy doll. Yeah.
Well, can you remember what one of your first ever kind of memorabilia pieces was, or what really like got you into this?
God, I've like I said, from being little, I've always collected things. Like,
you've got so much.
Do you know, I've got boxes.
The camera doesn't do it justice, because obviously as we've been around, it's just a static camera, and obviously I've tried to show you as much as I can, but there's just loads of little trinkets everywhere I look.
Everywhere.
It is like a museum as well, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've got, as you're sitting, boxes of things upstairs. I've got.
Do you have a lot
shelves.
of stuff at home?
Yeah, I've only got a small room at home, my studio, and I've got shelves of dolls, and I'm a massive collector of skulls, as you can see, and strange things. I've got shelves and stuff in boxes that needs to come out, so I probably need to get a bigger place to put it all on show, you know.
It's a great place, and if you're into paranormal or Ghostbusting, the American, I can't help.
I don't take offence to that.
I know, because obviously this time of year is where people start watching. There's a lot more documentaries, a lot more. Obviously, myself, I'm putting out this week for Halloween week. So people are interested in it. There's obviously the films every year, Halloween, and the American popularity of it starting to come over tomorrow to England.
Yeah.
Are you finding that? Is your fan base a lot of English or mainly Americans? Or?
It's very. I get a lot from America, a lot from Australia and Asia and things like that, because they are fascinated, especially the Americans. They're fascinated with our history, you know, all our castles and all the history side of things. I love history. I really love going to places and researching, like castles and stuff. It always fascinates me to think how many feet have walked up these stairs or things like that. It's fascinating. It's not just about ghost hunting, it's about the history. But yeah, I do have a lot in America, a lot here as well, all over the world. Even I had a chap watching me in Greenland, of all things, and up at the North Pole. They used to watch me in lots of places. It's amazing.
Excellent. And do you know what? I've really enjoyed coming in, filming and meeting, asking some questions. I've not been freaked out too much.
No.
I think the creepiest room for me, and because I don't have kids, is the nursery. So I think out of all the rooms, I've got the weirdest vibe kind of thing with the nursery.
Yeah. Did you get a sense of a smell? You know, there's like, it's really weird. It's not a horrible smell, it's just like a smell. It's only in that room.
What's it smell of?
I don't know, it's just, it doesn't smell like disgusting, it's just a really weird smell. Like, you know, like an old fusty smell, but it's not horrible.
No, I don't know.
I do in that nursery.
Out of all the rooms, but I don't know if it's like I said, like the certain dolls, the child in the corner, I don't know if that's what I was feeling.
maybe. But you know, I do want to have investigated here. I've definitely picked up children here. Also on the stairs, I feel as though, and some of the stuff we've got is so somebody fell down those stairs and sadly lost their life. Things like that.
I've noticed you've got your
EVP.
So is this like what you see in the films where?
Yeah, electronic voice phenomena, and it's thought that I can ask questions or do silent ones, which we'll do. We'll do two actually. We'll do one on here on the witch board, and we'll do one with Scarlett. See if she'll swear for you. She might not. Like I said, we'll never fake anything. If anything comes, it'll come through. So we'll try that, and yeah, what's it thought to be is I'll ask questions, or you can ask questions if you want, Leroy, and we'll see if we get any responses to. Now, this little lady doesn't seem to like men either. She will swear at men.
Nah, she tells me.
But she's not going to come running after you and things like that. It's just
I'll
that.
be out tonight.
Like I said, she come from a lady who become very angry and alcoholic and things like that. And then when she sent it to me, she became okay, this lady. She came, so whether there's some sort of angry spirit attached to her, I don't know. But what we'll do is we'll do it first on here, on the witch board. Now we have to be absolute silent. It will only pick up voice, okay? It will only pick up voice sounds and things like that. So yeah,
So I have to just be silent then, yeah?
Yeah, everybody needs to be silent. We can't have any noises. I will ask a few questions, as I would if I was investigating. We'll wait till she's finished. And then we will see if we get anything. But sometimes you get some of the most clearest voices that I will quickly say I was in an abandoned house not far from here, and I did an EVP like you do. Spirit, can you tell me your name, why you're here? And a very clear voice, just like I'm talking to you, went, get out of my house. And I was out of that house because it wasn't nice.
I've been out of the house like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah. Do you know, it's funny as well, while I'm just thinking, because people jump on and they're like, well, we've never seen out in here. So you need to stop watching Scooby-Doo, because I can honestly say, with ghost hunting, like I say, sometimes it's like watching paint dry, because we have to always remember spirits were people once. It's like me saying to you, do this.
Yeah.
You're not going to, you get fed up with it. So my advice to people, if you're going to do this, always be respectful. Always be respectful of spirit. Don't force anything, because it won't happen. But, okay, we'll try an EVP. So I'm going to ask a few questions. You can see, not in my hands, so there'll be no contamination. We might get something, we might not. 1, 2, 3. Spirit, if you're here, can you please come forward and tell me who you are? Can you please tell me what this is? Can you please tell me the name of the young man on the back of here? Do you have a message for anyone? Okay, so as you heard, there was absolute silence.
Yeah.
We might get something, we might not. We shall listen. I told you.
Yeah, what?
Thomas.
At the beginning, yeah.
It says it's Thomas. I'll play it again.
No, yeah.
Right, we'll let it run through. It goes, it's Thomas. I mean, I'm used to this, because a lot of people say, what's she talking about? I can hear it saying, it's Thomas.
I can hear something, definitely.
Yeah, let me just play it through. Listen. Now you heard there was no voice, no noise. When I said, what's the name, I can clearly hear it saying, it's Thomas. All right?
I heard Tom.
It's Thomas, and on the back of here it says Thomas. I mean, I'll turn it around and show you afterwards. Yeah, listen.
Well,
I don't
definitely
know
some.
whether that's your hand that's at end or it's actually.
I don't know, it sounds like get out of this house, but I can clearly hear it's Thomas. People think, well, what's she talking about? But that's what I can hear. Obviously, because I can hear it. I do
Yeah,
it all
exactly.
the
You're
time,
used to it,
and-
listening to it,
Yeah,
aren't you?
sometimes.
I've only just got used to hearing things.
Well, that's that anyway. So it does say Thomas. So people think, what? But that's what I believe in. Like I say, I'd never knock anybody for believing, and if it brings you comfort and stuff like that, always. But we'll try with Scarlett now. This one might be different. Like I say, it does sound to people like a lot of, but as you heard, there was no other noise. So there's clearly something coming through, you know, something. And these are probably one of the best EVP recorders you can get for Paranormal World. They cost an absolute fortune, and they're very, very rare. So we'll try with Scarlett. Like I said, this one is known for, I'll hold it on her, being a potty mouth and swearing. She might do. She might not.
And she don't like men.
She doesn't like men, so she's sat in, looking right at you. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, Scarlett, do you have anything you'd like to say to Leroy? Please give me your best swear word. Tell me why you don't like men. Have you got a message for anyone else? Looks like a lot were coming through there because it was flashing like mad. All right then, let's see. I say I'm not guaranteeing, but
What's she going to say?
F off.
I thought when you said that, I wanted to laugh. Have you got anything to say to Leroy? And I thought, oh my God, what's going to come out of your mouth?
Might do. Might no, she might like you.
Okay, Scarlett, do you have anything you'd like to say to Leroy? Please give me that swear word.
Shit. Okay. That's what it sounds. Can you hear it? Sorry, it makes me laugh. Okay.
Tell me why you don't like men. Have you got a message for anyone else?
I thought,
Let's play
something
again.
about, did you say something about men?
Tell me now you don't like men.
And I heard it sounded like the B word.
I can hear it saying S-H-I-T, sorry. That's what I can hear it. If you listen, it's clear.
Okay, Scarlett, do you have anything you'd like to say to Leroy?
It's laughing.
Please give me that swear word.
Do you hear it saying?
I can hear it. I can hear it. It's hard to
Yeah,
say.
That sounded like
Yes. But like I say, I'm used to hearing it, so I can
but that's not one of the swear words.
What, you heard it said B word, did you? Let's have a listen to that.
Sound like
Tell me why you don't like men. Have you got a message for anyone else?
that sounds like
Nothing. But I can say I'm used
It
to
sounds
it.
like it's like a dirt, and it sounded like the B word.
I don't know, bless her, but she is. Yeah, she's been all over. Well, not literally all over the world. When I first ever got her, words were coming out very clear. Like I say, it depends. Sometimes it's a bit scratchy noise like that. Sometimes it's very clear. And we've had B and we've had C word and we've had TWAT word, and I'll have to send you some footage of it. It is so funny. It is so funny, isn't it? I mean, there were a couple here with me the other day, Mystic Paranormal. First time they'd seen her, and Paul, he sat her on his knee, and it were you effing B. And I mean, I know, I just didn't know what to put on my face. It was embarrassing, but she's got her reasons for doing it, and like I say, she's quite funny.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Lindsay. It's been
You're
great.
welcome. You're
I'll
welcome.
hopefully sleep well tonight. You know what I mean?
I think you should come out on the ghost hunt with me.
Do you get a feeling, or do you feel weird in here? Or
I felt more weird in the nursery.
Would you come in here on your own at night?
No.
Listen, I'm gonna.
it's not.
Why do you think we met in daytime?
Well, listen,
It's not that.
Lindsay's like, what time do you want to meet? And I'm like, 3 o'clock.
But I can tell you
Well, it's
something.
daylight
tell you
outside.
something. My first experience of seeing a ghost was at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It was a July. It was about 24th of July. I was sat at work. I used to be a sewing machinist. And I felt some, you know, when you get that feeling something stood behind you. And I looked in the corner and there was a lady in that funny thing where she looked like Vera Duckworth. You remember it?
Yeah.
And I thought, hang on a minute, there's only me here, because you used to be able to hear people walking upstairs and open the door, and I thought, hang on. And then and she walked through the wall. Now, I don't drink, don't smoke, definitely don't do other drugs and things. And she walked through the wall, and I'm like, what I've just seen, but it was just like me looking at you, very, very clear, very calming experience. And that was in the middle of the day, so spirits don't just come out at night. It's just that obviously people experience it more.
Exactly, I was about to say that. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for watching as always. Don't forget to follow Lindsay, or you can find her on TikTok, on Facebook. I'll put the links in down below.
Thank you.
But yeah, and
I would just like to invite you on a ghost hunt with me, and a real ghost hunt with me. You can come here, or we can go to the cemetery. What do you reckon, guys? Is he brave enough?
oh, I'll do it. Well, I'll do it. You have to wait and see. But yeah, no doubt I'll be on one of Lindsay's TikTok lives when she's doing the ghost hunting. So thank you very much. Thank you, Lindsay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Scarlett.
Thank you, Scarlett.